Order working. Stop filled. Order working. Order filled.
All right, good morning, everybody. Had some technical difficulties yesterday. Apologize for that, but the thing is that I wasn't able to get it resolved and trade at the same time. So anyway, I have to focus on my trading. That's always going to be number one. Do the best I can to keep up with the technical. As always, as I've mentioned, I am a trader. That is my number one focus. But I will do my best to keep this live show running, and you can track my trades at the same time. Had a huge day yesterday. I'll show you that in just a minute, but I just entered this gold, and I have a target here at 22.83.5 on the gold. And if I need to reverse, I'm going to reverse down here at 77.5.
Order working.
So my have my order in to reverse if I need to reverse. Starting with a base of 2 today. On the gold, everything else is going to be one all micros, trading all micros. So yesterday I had some trouble with my Apex account. What a very frustrating day yesterday, but nonetheless, I will show you here just a minute. I want to watch this gold, see if I need to reverse. We'll do a quick recap here and take a look and see where we are. So once again, this is my very first time in my 40 years I've traded with a prop firm, and the goal is to use my strategy, adapt to the requirements of these prop companies, because they do put some pretty tight restrictions. Yeah, you're trading 50,000, 150,000, but a couple things you have to be aware of is they liquidate your positions at the end of the day. So a lot of times I will, and have in the past, will carry a position over into the evening or the following day. They can't do that. So many trades have been taken out early that would have turned profitable. And the other thing, of course, is they have that trailing stop, which is the biggie. Really got to watch that. So I have to be aware of that. And a lot of times I'll get out earlier than I want to because I don't want to hit that trailing stop. So that being said, we're definitely on target here. And I want to make sure before I fully start teaching this particular method, I want to make sure it is adaptable to these prop firms. So when you start trading, then you have a much higher probability of being successful your first go around. So you can become funded and then start making some money. Right now I do have two Apex accounts on right now, two evals. And I'll continue to build that. And as they become funded, just continue to add more. I guess my game plan is I'm just going to keep adding one every month and just work my way up until I have a number of funded accounts. So right now we are long the gold. Once again, I will reverse down here at 77.5. I will add a micro if I need to. So I'm long 2 right now. If I reverse, I'll go short 4. And based on risk level, I adjust the amount that I put on a particular reversal if I need to reverse a position, or if I just need to get if I have a flat stop, I'll just put a flat stop in. But a lot of times I'll take the reversals depending on the action, and a lot of times I will add a contract if I need to reverse. All right, so not seeing anything on the micro S&P, nothing on the micro Nasdaq, nothing on the Russell. Nothing on the crude. So we're just long the gold. Target once again, 22.83.5 on the gold. The formula that I use, I can adjust for closer targets, farther out targets. So based on where I like to see prices go, I look for a certain amount of momentum through my through a unique calculation that gives me an indication of high probability targets based on the momentum of the market at the time. And so if I'm looking for a further out target, obviously the formula is going to be looking for higher amounts of volume, momentum, velocity, whatever you want to call it. Shorter targets, it's going to be looking for lower numbers. So the beautiful thing about the way that that I trade is I pick how much, okay, how far out my targets are going to be. So if I'm trading stocks, which I have, I could look for dollar moves or I can look for 20-cent moves. It just depends. Typically, a further out move is going to take longer to hit. And so that's the other thing is when you're trading these prop firms, they require you to day trade. They don't allow you to hold positions overnight or after anywhere between 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern time, depending on which prop firm you're trading with. And so day trading has been something I've been doing for over 40 years, always been my preference. So it fits for my style of trading, but it's not for everybody. And so if I have a further out target, I may not have enough trades during the day. So I have to, that's the other thing that I've been working on is adjusting how far out I want to go. So I have enough trades during the day to make money, but not so far out to where I'm finding I'm having to hold positions for a long time during the day and then being forced out at the end of the day. So it could be a really good, if I reverse, I'd really like this short. On the gold, so the method I'm using right now is something I used to teach. I have it restricted right now. I'm not actually teaching it right now. The availability is limited.
Stop filled.
Okay, so I just went short on the gold, so I'm gonna have to manage this trade here. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so I'm gonna look for a target. Let's see what it shows here. Okay, this is gonna take me down to 75 and a half. Okay, 75 and a half.
Order working.
Really like this short. It's a strong short pattern. I'll reverse up here to 81 and a half.
Order working. Order cancelled.
So my target is 75 and a half on this short gold. But it also has a high probability coming all the way down to 74 and a half. Wow, 74 and a half. I will go ahead and take my profits to 75 and a half. Just trying to check out taking out little chunks here and there. All right. Yes, Cam, I did. Well, no, I did not. All right, so the small down right now is down, whoa, 227. What is going on? $227. So I have a second, what you're seeing here, this is my second Apex account that I just started yesterday. Up almost about $300 on that second Apex account, eval account. So I got two running right now. $75.50 is my target on the gold. Looking to get out of $75.50. All right, we're sitting at, I'm sorry, 76.50. Yes, 75.50. What, 76.50, 76.40. So my order's sitting down here to buy down here. You can see I have a 4 lot to get out of these 4 shorts.
Order filled.
Okay, so I'm out of my gold. That's my open
Order
order.
cancelled.
You can see it coming down to 74.50. right, so somebody's asking me about my account. So basically, let me just kind of let everybody know what's going on from yesterday. I learned a very painful lesson, but at the same time, I want to make sure that I share this with everybody because it's extremely important. So, uh, my first account that I was trading, um, I was sitting coming into yesterday. I was at 52,184, and I picked up another 350 on that account. But yesterday, I don't know if anybody had joined us, but I couldn't make any trades yesterday morning. So it was trading fine on Sunday. I picked up $577 on gold Sunday night. I came in on Monday and I couldn't place any trades. Well, so what ended up happening is that the credit card that I had on file had expired and I didn't put in the new information, and I ended up losing that account, and I fought all I could for them to restore it. But they said they sent me an email, and they did. They sent me an email back on the 29th saying that it had to be updated, and I did not see that email because of the holidays, and I ended up losing that account, which is sad because I was just several $100s away from going to funding. But that's an important lesson. So since it's subscription based, these guys don't give you much leeway. If you don't keep your credit card information up to date, I now have it on my calendar to make sure that if I have a credit card coming up for renewal, change that information and put it on a new card. Otherwise, they don't care. You could be dollars away from going funding, and if for some reason you don't do like I did, then you will lose it, which is sad. But I don't care. I will get it back. So now I have two accounts set up with Apex. I have my original, so I went ahead and got that. They wouldn't give me the original balance, and then I added another one. So I've got two that I'm working on right now, and so I'm at almost $400 here, starting yesterday. But I will show the results because I think it's important to see this particular method once again. The whole idea of the first go around, and I really did think that I would get blown out several times, only because I've never traded micros in my life. I only traded minis. Back in the 80s, I was trading the big contract when the S&P was $500 a point. Um, and I figured that I'd take me some time to really adjust to these micros, but actually the micros have done very well, and really surprised that I can start with a single micro and make the type of returns that I'm making. So I'm going to share that because I do keep everything on a spreadsheet. And all of these trades, by the way, are all executed live. So during the day, if you're in our Discord channel, you can certainly follow me. Now, the method that I'm teaching right now, I will be releasing another 4 copies of it. That's it. And it is restricted. There is not many that in the world that even understand how this method works, and I want to keep it that way. But I will go ahead and release another 4 copies, and I'll control it by the price. So unless somebody's really serious, down the road is there's going to be a pretty good price tag on it, but it's going to keep the system junkies, so to speak, as we've all been at one time, right? I'm really looking for serious traders that want to make a living out of trading. And because of that, there'll be an exclusive room with myself in Discord. We'll be trading this. As I've been trading for a living for the last 40 years, I want to turn another good handful of traders into full-time traders so they can make a living out of it using this very unique method. No, this method is not publicly available. It has nothing to do with anything that you're familiar with. No indicators, no chart patterns that you're familiar with. Chart patterns, head and shoulders, those kinds of patterns. Wait a minute, let me take a look at this, see what's going on here. Make sure I'm not getting a trade. Okay, I'm going to buy gold up here if it comes up to 79 and a half.
Order working.
2279.5. And I'll share with you my results, but I make sure I don't miss any trades here. Okay, so I want to buy this gold 2279.5. All right, so let me see if I can no gold yet. All right, let me see what I can do here. I'm gonna drag over my spreadsheet. Sorry guys, I'm just not proficient with all of this. We'll try to get it in front of everybody to where they can see it's my spreadsheet. So anyway, I started off on the first. Once again, I am just trading starting with single micros. I will add if I need to, depending on whether it's going to be a reversal or a stop. These are my daily totals. As you can see, these are daily totals. I am trading the Micro S&P 500, Russell Gold Crude, and Nasdaq. And this is in the eval account. Okay, so this is in the eval account. So I had a day here, so that's one day for the month. I lost $23. Another one, $23.19. Pretty interesting. Here's one. I lost 468. I'm sorry, 462. Came back nicely the following day. Went into the green on the 22nd. Friday was my worst day. We'll take a look at that. So here's Friday. I lost $671. But like I said, anytime you have a losing day like this, and I was really surprised last week was so quiet. I really thought it was going to be a much stronger week, but came back just beautifully with the 951.16. This is after commissions. These are the commissions for the day right here. So, and this gold trade was done Sunday night. Of course, it follows over and it shows on the following day's balance. So just a beautiful, beautiful day. So anyway, that is where we are. And so once again, this account, bye-bye, unfortunately. So won't be making that mistake again. So that is where we are, but I did want to show you that we've had, what, 4 losing days? 4 losing days last month. Let's see what we end up with this month so far. We're 1 for 1, and we're on day number 2 of the month. Now, even though I don't teach the method, you can still follow my trading throughout the day. without a delay. Keep in mind that anytime we broadcast on YouTube, anybody, there's going to be a delay, quite a bit of delay. You can't day trade with delays. So if you want to follow me live during the day, you can do that in my Discord channel. I do trade all day long, so I will trade up till 4:15, 4 o'clock, 4:15, depending on whether I'm still in a trade or not. Sometimes I'll carry it even further up until they force me out at 5 o'clock. But you can do that right now. You can join the Discord. You can try it for a week. If you don't like it, cancel. Doesn't cost you anything. So I'm giving a free week away right now on Discord. And right now it's reasonably priced at $50 a month. Everybody can afford $50. After you see the kind of results that I make, I mean, that is a steal. But once again, I'm here to teach people how to trade, not to sell them these high-priced items that don't work, which 99% of the people out there do. This is a proven strategy. It's been around for now going on about 36 years, so I know it works. Patterns are solid, work across the board, any time frame. I do trade multiple time frames. So part of the success of the way that I trade is I have multiple time frames that I'm trading off of. So I may get a pattern setting up on a much longer time frame. Then I might also in the same commodity like gold, I may get a trade setting up on a shorter time frame. So it's possible I could be long a longer time frame gold and short a shorter time frame gold. So why is that? Because the shorter time frame hedges the longer time frame. So the longer time frame typically, once again, has farther out targets. And so if for some reason that long position starts to weaken, then I can go ahead and take advantage of that with the shorter time frame, right? And so that's the way it works. And that's why you see this steady increase in equity, because of the combination of the two time frames. Once again, they're using the same pattern. So the same pattern that I'm using on the longer time frame is the same pattern I'm using on the shorter time. I'm just applying it to different time frames. That's the only difference. And these patterns are all the same across the board. So I'm using the same pattern in gold as I would in an indice or crude oil. Same that I've used when I'm trading stocks. It doesn't matter. They're valid across the board. The probability is over 70% that I am going to hit the target. So they're just really, really strong patterns, and certainly put the probabilities in my favor. So, and that has held up for, you can take along. When I first started and discovered this, I ran data back 20, 30 years, but now real time for the last 30 years, it's held up beautifully. And based on the way it's designed, the only way it would ever fail is if for some reason the market goes flat, which means prices don't move. And so if prices aren't moving, then nobody's making money, right? So I don't look for anything else. I don't need to look for anything else. This is my 100% strategy, focused on this, and that's it. I went through the days like all of us do in the beginning. You look at everything, which is good. I mean, it's good because you have to see what doesn't work. A lot of people don't understand that it's okay to look. There's a lot of things that don't work, but you have to have a logic behind it. You have to ask, why does it work, right? Not because it hits a 200-day moving average. Why would that work? Well, part of the reason maybe why something like that works is a lot of people follow it. That's still not valid enough. Just like support and resistance, which I don't trade. Well, everybody trades support and resistance. I see everybody making money with support and resistance. Do you really? I don't know about that. But support and resistance is subjective. The nice thing about patterns is they're very black and white. Tell you exactly where to get in, where your targets are, and where your profits, and where you need the reversal, put a stop. It's very precise. There's no subjectivity to it. Now, does that mean that you won't override your patterns from time to time? Absolutely. So that's the other thing. You can't automate it because you have to think about what happens is a major news event comes out, you have to stop trading. You don't trade through that, or you have a big economic report like CPI, FOMC. You don't want to trade through that. Why? Because it's things are moving too fast. Patterns will still develop, but you won't be able to keep up with the speed of it. It's just too fast. You find yourself making a lot of mistakes. So you just slow down. Volatility is a little bit too high, so you override that, right? Another thing is when you're trading these prop firms, you have to always be aware of what is your maximum drawdown, what is your trailing drawdown, right? So you don't just put on a trade, all right? So let's say I have to reverse, and it tells me to reverse with X number of contracts. Well, if those X number of contracts, if they were to lose, what would that do? Would it get me closer to that trailing stop, right? And maximum drawdown. And if it does, you don't trade. So you have to make some modifications along the way based on the limitations we have. It's not like trading a straight up cash account. You have to be aware of the fact that they are going to have a trailing drawdown. And if you hit it, then you start from scratch. If you want to carry it beyond 5 Eastern time, you can't. They're going to knock you out. Now, some of those restrictions go away after you become funded, which is nice. But those are the things we have to work around, right? The biggest part of this game is, well, there's a lot to this game. Number one is you want to have a proven strategy. That's going to be absolutely number one. But even proven strategies, a lot of people can't trade them because they get too emotionally involved in their trades. And when they look at their equity, they see that they're maybe losing money, and so they can't pull the trigger when that's the time you should. Or let's say you've had 2 or 3 losses in a row. A lot of people stop trading. But if you know how your method works around those type of environments, and you have some indication of how many times, how many losses in a row do you typically have, what is usual, what is unusual, all those things play into whether you keep trading or not. And of course, that's the thing. You have to believe in your method, and you have to continue to pull the trigger. Most people won't do that. They stop after a couple losses, and then they miss the big runs. Like Friday was not a good day for me. Friday was, I think that was the biggest loss I had all month. Obviously, I've had bigger drawdowns, but in a small account like this, that was a big drawdown for me. But then had I stopped trading, I would have missed a beautiful day on Sunday night and Monday. So you just have to keep going. That's the hardest thing for a lot of people to do. But particularly if you're trading a cash account, the nice thing about these funded accounts is, yeah, you may blow your account out, but you're not going to be losing a lot of money, right? You're going to be losing whatever you paid for that monthly fee, and then it resets the next month. Look at that, Russell. Russell's coming down pretty good too. All right, so I'm just waiting for, I don't have anything right now, so I'm just kind of hanging out, waiting to see if I see something develop here. And there's a lot of different ways to trade. A lot of people trade different ways, and some are very successful. But I've always felt that the method, if you're going to trade a method, it's easier to trade one that's easier to understand, it's easy to implement. It gives you very specific entries and or exits than one that's more subjective, right? So, there's a lot of methods out there that work, but will it hold up over the, has it been around for a long time that you know it's profitable in all types of markets? You know, bull markets, bear markets, sideways markets. Has it been traded long enough? Is does the strategy give you? Is it subjective to where you get in and get out, or is it very precise? The problem with subjectivity that I've always found is it's hard whether you should pull the trigger or not, right? So you hesitate, you're not sure, and if you have to be making those kind of decisions, you're gonna end up losing. You're gonna fail. So there's a lot of stress when it comes to trading. So the last thing you need to have is stress of where do you get in, right? Where do you get out? Where do you put your stop? Where do you put your reversal? Those kind of things. Let's get that stress out of the way. Man, look at that thing go down. That's small down right now. Still down 277. I'd be surprised to see a little bounce later on, but we still have another good, 45 minutes to go here before the opening bell. Thing's gonna go crazy after the opening, I'm pretty sure. But we're slowly starting to heat up here. Get up to about another 15 minutes. We get up to around that 9 a.m. Eastern time frame. Probably starts to get a lot more movement in here. So maybe able to get off another trade or two before the opening bell. The only thing I have is I still have this buy up here. 22.79 and a half on the gold. All right, just hanging tight, not seeing anything in here, so we're just gonna wait for another setup. Hey Nathan, how'd you do yesterday? Not a whole lot of reports coming out. Let's see here. 10 a.m. Jolt's job openings. Usually doesn't put a whole lot of volatility in the market. And we have some more reports coming out tomorrow. Fed chair speech a little bit after 12. Big one's going to be Friday. Non-farm payrolls. That comes out at 8:30. Non-farm payrolls. So we don't want to be in the market when that comes out. We may trade a little bit before that, but we're not going to be in the market during that. So we'll just stay out. Be a lot of volatility, but typically that'll turn us into a really good day after things slow down. I like to wait a good 30 minutes or so after we report, look at the markets. If they're not gyrating too much, we can jump back in. But right now, plan is not to be in the market this Friday at 8:30 Eastern. Watching gold, possibly buy coming up on gold. 22.79.50, just a single contract. Good, nice.
Order working.
Yeah, I've got another buy on the longer time frame here, 2282 on the gold. So I have a 79.5 entry. Also, I have one at 82. All right, I have another 5 minutes here before I end the morning show, and then I'll move over to Discord, continue trade for the rest of the day. I am flat, possible buy coming in at 79.5 on the gold. Then I have another one sitting up here at 82 even for a buy. Not seeing anything on the crude oil, not seeing anything on the Russell. right, still pretty quiet. So we are now at the top of the hour, folks. If you're interested in continuing on and watch me trade throughout the day, I do. As you can see here, I call everything out where I'm getting in, where I get out, where I reverse, take profit, and so forth. You can do that in my Discord channel. Try us out for a week. Costs you absolutely nothing. Go to innovativetradingstrategies.com. Click on Trader's Den. That's the name of it. Trader's Den is where you can go ahead and follow me throughout the day. Have a special going on. Try the first week. You don't like it, cancel. Doesn't cost you a penny. If you want to stay, it's only $50 a month. And that will, introductory rate will be around for a while before I go ahead and change it. But at this point, check us out. See if you like it. I'm sure you won't be disappointed in this very unique way of trading. All right, everybody have a great day, and hopefully see you first thing tomorrow morning.